All right, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. What an exhausting day. Seriously, it is and a twisted day. We have a lot to talk about. So seriously, Friday, March 20th, 2020, stocks got hammered again. And look, I told you to keep your eye on that 10-year yield. Once the 10-year yield fell below 1%, whammo, down goes the market. This is the pivot point. It's an incredible thing to watch unfold. Crude oil is under $20 a barrel, blowing right through my target price. Again, I was 25 to 27. Keep this in mind. I got laughed at, I got ridiculed, and said it was never going to happen, that it would ever hit my target. Well, now we're below my target. And I think right now, crude is fairly valued. Doesn't mean it's not going to drop. It very well might drop here. A lot of this is margin calls too. There's no doubt about it. It's so twisted. It's absolutely twisted. But it gets even more twisted than that, and I mean way more twisted than that. I really don't know where to start with this. How about this? And you all knew it was coming. It's official. The Federal Reserve is now going to do $1 trillion repos every day for at least a month. I told you all again this was going to occur. And you think it's done? Do you think 1 trillion is done? It's not done. This is a major effort by the Fed to own it all. And let's go forward with that a little further. The Fed is also increasing the amount of dollars it's pumping into central banks around the world so they can buy assets. This is going to increase as well. This is some type of a global takeover right now. Again, we have this new America, which frankly sucks already. And I'm going to tell you why the new America really sucks hardcore. Actually, let's talk about that right now. So the Federal Reserve is talking about buying trillions, multiple trillions of dollars in corporate debt. Okay, so these corporations, these mega corporations, have been issuing debt to the tune of trillions of dollars. And it's getting scooped up and scooped up and scooped up. Now all of a sudden, they can't pay it. What is it called when another entity has to buy the debt off of another company to prevent it from collapsing? It's called a credit default swap. Okay, now who's the swap being put onto? I'm going to give you one guess. The American people always are getting screwed here. The Federal Reserve is going to be buying trillions of dollars in corporate debt. There's no other way to put it. This is a credit default swap. They can't pay it, so the Fed's going to buy it, and that debt is on your back. You understand? This is the new world order. It is out of control here, and it's an effort by the Fed to own it all. This should not be a surprise to you. Again, and they're talking about allowing the Fed to buy stocks. They're already buying stocks, people. You know that. They have a trading desk. Do you think all of the unlimited funds that are being pumped into this market is just going into debt? Really? No. I guarantee you that they're buying equities with it. And they're giving other central banks dollars to buy assets. How about this one? This is where it really gets unfair and where I honestly get angry. So the president today is being praised for this. I don't think this is something he should be praised for, but I want to hear from you. The president today came out and says he's deferring any student loan payments for 60 days. Does that sound good to you? Meanwhile, he's giving billions, probably tens of billions. In fact, I'm sure it's tens of billions to corporations who have been involved in stock buyback programs for years. How does that work? Explain that to me, please. Someone out here, I want the biggest Trump supporter out here, whoever you may be, to tell me how that is fair. How deferring, not canceling debt or whatever it might be, just let's defer payments for 60 days to make your life easier. But what we're going to do is give tens of billions of dollars to multinational corporations who have been buying shares of their own stocks back for years. That's not fair to me. This is the new America that is now taking us over. People, believe what I'm telling you. You can think of this any way you want, but we are nationalizing these corporations. We are nationalizing entire industries. And what are we getting? What are we, the people, getting here? You see where I'm going? I told you that capitalism died. A free market, it's gone. The old America, the old world America is now dead and buried. Old world America, just from last month, is dead and buried. This new America is going to put a crushing boot on your throat while you're pinned against the ground here. You can already see it. Oh yeah, that sounds great. Let's defer student loan payments for 60 days and let's give tens of billions of dollars to corporations that have been buying back shares of their own stock for years. Sounds great to you? Yeah, I'm sure it does. I would be willing to bet the largest Trump supporter on the face of the earth thinks that's disgusting. It is disgusting. It's revolting. Okay? And the fact that the Federal Reserve is going to be buying trillions of dollars in corporate debt here, this is insane. This is National Socialism on an epic scale. And the way they're already dishing this out to the people here, it appears that we're going to be getting a final solution as well, which was issued during the National Socialism of Nazi Germany. Okay? People, I am so disgusted. I am sorry, but I am really disgusted about what we're witnessing here. Let me explain this to you too. People say that capitalism doesn't work. Well, capitalism would work if it were allowed to do its one and only job, to determine fair value. Old world America, you know, it's dead and buried now. That was where it started to change. Actually started under Obama. Obama was the one who started the cascade to the new America where we have now. All President Trump did was take Obama's damned to hell playbook and utilize it now, sending us all in a downward spiral here into this new National Socialist thing that has just been thrown upon us here. And the Federal Reserve is moving as quickly as they can. Look at what they're doing. Right now, while the dollar remains exceedingly strong, they are flooding the world with as much debt as they possibly can, all by design, giving dollars to central banks around the world. Buy assets, buy it all, own it all, just like I have warned you for how long? You all knew this was coming, but let me tell you something. I don't think a single one of us, not even me, realized how rapid this would happen. This was incredible. This has been a setup of truly beyond belief proportions. The release of this virus, the cratering of crude oil, the plunging of the U.S. markets, only to set up the Federal Reserve being the lender and buyer of last resort, giving the government, okay, this new America government, all the funds they need to nationalize everything. Very, very rapidly. That's why I sincerely believe the next few steps are going to also be very, very rapid. The Fed giving all this capital to central banks around the world is so they can flip the switch to a new one world monetary system. Why do you think, again, central bank XYZ in whatever country is getting dollars? This should be obvious to you, people. Look, Most people out here, 99% are sheep. And they are going to lay down here and be fleeced. There's not enough of us to do a damn thing about it. So you know what we got to do? We got to conform. You're going to be forced to conform. Try to fight back. I dare you. You know what they're doing right now? They're shutting down cities. They're shutting down states. Not all at once, but in stages. Why do you think they're doing it in stages like that? They're getting ready. They're preparing for something much bigger. Why do you think the National Guard is being called up? The police, who have been militarized, are being put on station. It's a systematic shutdown of the world is what we're witnessing here as they issue in this National Socialist New America. I don't know another way to put it, people, but we have lost so big that it's actually mind-blowing at this particular time. They're destroying people. Look at the stock market again in free fall. Mark my words here. We're not done. Watch that 10-year yield. If the 10-year yield, the entire yield curve continues to crater, they tried to get a handle on it, or maybe they just wanted to let it settle out a minute here because, nothing goes straight down. I told you that. We have been free falling since I told you I pulled my cash out of this market, and I have zero inside information. That's the truth. Some people think I do. Oh, Greg has inside information. I don't. I just study this market like you have no idea. And I think my understanding of the markets is at a world-class level. Okay, I'm not always right. Some of my theories might not always work out, but honestly, for those of you that have been with me for years, am I 90% correct? 90? I would have to say I am 90% correct on my calls. That is frankly staggering. And I am telling you right now that this new America sucks. All right? The old world America under Obama was used to bring this about. This guy, President Trump, admitted he's the chosen one. He is the chosen one for the new world order, issuing in this new America, allowing the Fed to flood the world with dollars. We have gone way, way, way beyond anything President Trump could have ever asked for with regard to the Federal Reserve. And it's been the Federal Reserve this entire time that's been propping up his fake market. His absolutely fake market. And he knows that. He led every single one of you to the slaughter. Oh, booming economy, strong as ever. It's all been a lie. And he knows it's a lie because he said the market was a big, fat, ugly bubble during the campaign to make Obama look good. He had it 100% correct. Then he wins the presidency. He's told, have a seat behind that resolute desk, sir. He's not even called president. Then the room is surrounded by individuals who let him know exactly what is going on here. And it is not what it seems. This is a centuries old plan that is now in full effect. And you know what you can do about it? Nothing. I dare you to try. They'll squash you like a bug. It is over. Old world America, farewell. This new America, frankly, sucks from the inside out. This new National Socialist, probably moving into some kind of a new neo-Nazi era, is seriously going to unfold in a hideous way. You think we're done with the hideousness? I've warned all of you that there was something dark and hideous under all this. We haven't even begun to see the hideousness underneath this all. And they're shutting down cities in sequence for a reason. They could shut down the whole country right now. No, they're not. They're doing it in stages. They're shutting down the world in stages, people. Pay attention to these things. Look, I don't know what to say anymore. We're just, I don't know, fill in the blanks here, people. I'm frankly just beyond disgusted. We all knew this was coming. We've been forewarned. And here it is. I told you America was dying. I told you, maybe you and me, a few of us wanted to save her. Old world America, dead and buried. This new America that is literally going to take over the entire world with the assistance of the Federal Reserve, who is dishing out dollars to central banks around the world, and that the amount of dollars that they're dishing out is going to get exponentially larger, just like this repo. $1 trillion per day. It started out at 50 billion, and I told you this was going to go up. I had no idea, none, that we would go from 50 billion to 1 trillion in in just a few months. In a few months, the Fed's repo scam has gone from 50 billion to 1 trillion. And you know what the secret is? Bring it in. It's going up from here. It's going way up from here. Just like the unlimited funds that are going to be given to President Trump, Steve Mnuchin, and whoever else to, nationalize entire industries, corporations, this National Defense Production Act in effect. You think that was, again, yeah, I know that it's been used in the past, but never in an environment like this. You can be now forced into government servitude. What does that sound like? That's communism, fascism, Nazism. Okay? This new America, you know what? It's just over. It's just over. All right, look, I'm going to let you all go, and I don't want you to forget about the things I'm talking about here. I usually tell you to put this all behind you every Friday. No, you can't put this behind you anymore at all, and zero. But what I say every Friday still stands, people. Love each other, care about each other, and be charitable, because in this new America, all we got is each other. Where's the proof of that? Let's outline again real quick. Oh, let's defer student loans for 60 days, but let's give tens of billions of dollars to corporations that have been buying back shares of their own stock for years. That says it all. Bailing out these corporations who have buried themselves in debt they can't pay. So the Fed's going in here. Trillions of dollars. Our debt here is going to explode like you have no idea. Again, all by design. The Fed flooding the world with dollars. They're going to flip a switch as the new America sweeps the world. One world currency. One world government. You lose. I'm out of here. Love you.